What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the seeding game predictions for the Houston Rockets. Now, the Rockets are the sixth seed in the West, sorry, and they are guaranteed a playoff spot. They're the lowest seed team to be guaranteed a playoff spot. And let's get into their starting lineup. You got point guard Russell Westbrook, shooting guard James Harden. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, as usual, well, for this season, are their backcourt. And you got Daniel House, Robert Covington, and PJ Tucker as their front court. And it's small forward Daniel House, power forward Robert Covington, and center PJ Tucker. Anyway, let's get straight into it with game one. Rockets at Mavs. The Mavs are going to be coming in strong. You've got Luka matching up against James Harden. That'll be like an even matchup, I'd say. So then you're looking at a different one. Let's see. Russell Westbrook. He beats out their point guard. Because I don't even know who it is. Sorry. But, small forward. Who's the Mavs small forward? I really don't know. I don't follow the Mavs that much. Kristaps, PJ Tucker, that's probably Kristaps has a little more advantage in. Overall, I definitely say the Mavs will take this one because you've got a really good front court and back court with the Mavs. Rockets start out 0-1. Now they're facing the Bucks. So will they go 0-2? The answer is yes. You've got Russell Westbrook to match up against Chris Middleton. And you've got Robert Covington to match up against Giannis. You've got, are they starting Dante DiVincenzo? I'm not sure. I don't think so. The Mavs on the Bucks. So yeah, those are the interesting matchups, but I'd say the Bucks have the upper edge. 0-2 for the Rockets, which is a bad start. But then you have an easy game. You've got Dame and Harden. I believe Dame's gonna play shooting guard because CJ McCollum and Dame can alter, and then Russell Westbrook's gonna go against CJ McCollum, or it could alter. I think CJ McCollum will play shooting guard. I think that's what CJ McCollum will do. So you've got the backcourt. It's a pretty good matchup. I'd say the Rockets got a little edge there. The Rockets have a super strong backcourt. Their backcourt consists of, I'd say, top 15 players in the league right now. Top 20, maybe. Include for Russell Westbrook. I'm not sure if he's top 15, 20. Then you've got PJ Tucker. Is Hassan Whiteside back? I'm not sure. I think they're going to start Jusuf Nurkic. But I'm going to give the win to the Rockets for this one. They're not going to want to lose 3 straight, especially to the Trailblazers. Game 4, we got Lakers at Rockets. This is a pretty easy prediction. You've got LeBron, Daniel House. Really, is there anything else to say? AD, Robert Covington. Those are the best players on the Lakers. But then you've really got a bad situation for the Lakers at backcourt. So predicting 8-0 might have been a bad thing, actually. I'm not very sure because they lost Avery Bradley and Rajon Rondo. So now they have to start Alex Caruso at point, and they have to start him at point guard, and I'm pretty sure they're putting Caldwell Pope at shooting guard. So that's a decent backcourt. Rockets definitely have the advantage, but I'm saying the Lakers will take the win here. 1-3. But now is where the schedule gets easy. I'm not sure they'll drop another game here. Rockets at Kings. You've got De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield to play the backcourt, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden. As I said, the Rockets have one of the, if not the strongest backcourts in the league. So I'm gonna give this one to the Rockets because they have a decent backcourt. I feel like if the Rockets could, because they're not contenders right now. Okay, they could get to the conference finals. They're not championship contenders at all. And if you are a Rockets fan, I'm sorry, but they're not championship contenders right now. They could be, but they're not. That trade for Russell Westbrook, they won that trade, I'm saying. But they need to improve in the next offseason, they really need to improve their front court a lot. Otherwise, they're gonna be doomed. Because of course they can be 5th and 6th. They can sit there in the Western Conference. But now you've got LeBron on the Lakers. You've got Kawhi and Paul George on the Clippers, and the Nuggets are just really starting to pick up. And that's when the Jazz and Mavs are there, and you've got the Thunder. The West is gonna get really competitive because not only you have that, you have Zion now, you have Ja, you have the Suns with Devin Booker, and they really need to pick it up because in a few years the West is gonna be like really hard, really hard. Right now the East is a little bit weak because like I'd say 7th seed. It's pretty easy to get in the 7th seed, honestly. Like you don't need a winning record. And a few years back, the game has really changed because so many of the best players have gone. Now we have gone to the Western Conference. Now we used to have LeBron in the East and KD's back in the East. So once that levels out next season, the Nets are going to be pretty competitive. So 8th seed might be what they're fighting for. But anyway, in a few years, the West is going to be super hard to win. But let's get away from that topic. I don't know how I got there, but the Rockets will win this one. Yeah. Not really any question. Rockets at Spurs. Now in the Spurs, you have LaMarcus Aldridge sitting out, which is really unfortunate for them. He was one of their best players, but he is about to retire. He is a vet. So, you got one of their best players not playing. I think my friend told me DeJounte Murray was injured. He's very outdated news on NBA, so there's a good chance I might be wrong. But if DeJounte Murray is injured, that's pretty bad for the Spurs. But anyway, even if DeJounte Murray is not injured, the Rockets will get this win because they're not a bad team. They're a good team. Game 7, Pacers at Rockets. Now you've got Victor Oladipo playing a matchup against James Harden. That'll be fun to watch. Domantas Sabonis playing Robert Covington. I think the only matchup that the Pacers have the edge in here is Robert Covington and Domantas Sabonis. So I'm going to give this win to the Rockets. 4-3. Because the Rockets are going to want to fight for a winning record. And no matter what, they'll do what it takes. And see, you don't just look at the players. You have to look at the mentality and see what games they're playing before and after. But game 8, we've got the 76ers at Rockets. Now, this is like very hard to predict. Because 76ers play, depending on size and strength, like their point guard, Ben Simmons, he's so strong. But the Rockets are more of like a small ball type, and the league is shifting towards small ball a little bit more. Like it might become a little bit more modern a little bit, but right now you really have different plays. And the Rockets are if not the best small ball team in the league right now. So they're really good at what they do, and I feel like when these two teams match up, especially, the Rockets always seem to have a little edge because of the style of play. And because of the style of play and the way they play it and everything. So I'm going to say, because the 76ers can't really take an advantage of the small ball thing. They might be able to. It's a pretty close game. But I'm going to give this win to the Rockets. Alright, that's 5-3, guys. So that was a good video for today, guys. Like I said, the Rockets, they improved their backcourt a little bit because you've got PJ Tucker and Robert Covington. That's good, but maybe you want to have like a little PJ Tucker. I'd say he's fine starting. For Robert Covington and Daniel House, you might want to put them as backups. If they put them as backups and get better ones, like in the draft, or they trade for them. I don't really know. They don't have many trade assets because Russell Westbrook and James Harden are going to be untouchable. And I don't know if they have many trade assets, honestly. So that's gonna be like 2 or 3 or 4 years around until they get a contending team. So yeah. All their assets, like all their really good assets, have been from the Thunder. James Harden was from the Thunder. Russell Westbrook was from the Thunder. But anyway, guys, hit that like button and subscribe. And this is it for this video. I'll see you next time.